Canada's transportation system, roads, rail, air, buses, and cars. A complete overview, friends. Today we will explore one of the most important foundations of a modern country, its transportation system. Canada is a vast land connecting oceans, cities, towns, industries, farms, and people. Understanding how Canadians move by road, rail, air, buses, and private cars helps us understand how Canada lives, trades, and grows. This is a story of distances covered, destinations reached, and lives connected. 1. Road system. The veins of Canada. Canada's road network is immense. Across the country, there are hundreds of thousands of kilometers of highways and local roads connecting every region. People and goods move daily from coast to coast on these roads. In 2023, Canadians registered about 26.3 million motor vehicles, and this number has grown steadily over the last decade, showing how integral vehicles are to daily life. Light duty vehicles like cars, SUVs, and pickups make up over 90% of these registrations. Because Canada's population is spread over a huge land area, cars remain the dominant mode of travel for most Canadians. In fact, roughly 3 out of 4 people who commute go by private automobile every day. Railroad, the iron spine of freight and passenger movement. Canada has one of the world's largest rail networks. Freight rail moves enormous quantities of goods across vast distances, supporting trade with the United States and ports on both coasts. The major freight rail railways include Canadian National (CN), Canadian Pacific (CP). Together they form the backbone of the national freight rail system. For passenger travel, Via Rail operates extensive services with about 12,500 kilometers of passenger rail routes across multiple provinces. It carried about 4.1 million passengers in 2023, most along the busy Quebec-Windsor corridor linking major cities like Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal. In downtown Toronto, Union Station is the busiest rail hub in the country. It serves commuter trains, national trains, and connects with the Airport Express, handling hundreds of thousands of passengers daily. The rail system remains critical for freight movement and long distance travel, and future plans include high speed rail connecting major urban centers with modern electric trains. 3. Public buses and transit, moving people in cities. Urban public transit systems operate buses, trams, and light rail to serve millions of Canadians every day. In 2024, Canadians took around 1.6 billion trips on public transit, recovering to more than 80% of pre-pandemic levels. There are thousands of transit buses owned by municipalities across the country, and they carry workers, students, and families in cities large and small. Cities like Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver have extensive bus and rail systems, contributing to public mobility, reducing congestion, and offering alternatives to private car use. 4. Air transport. Linking Canada to the world, Canada has hundreds of airports, including the National Airport System, which includes major gateways like Toronto Pearson International Airport. Air travel handles millions of passengers yearly, connecting Canadians domestically and internationally. Canada's geography makes air travel particularly important for long distances and remote regions where roads or rails are slow or unavailable. Air cargo also plays a vital role in trade, transporting goods quickly across borders and oceans. Canada has the longest coastline of any country in the world, and marine transport is essential for trade and regional connectivity. Ports handle hundreds of millions of tons of cargo, making water transport a major engine of international commerce. Ferries and marine services also connect island communities and remote coastal regions. 6. How people commute today. Despite strong transit systems, private cars remain the primary mode of travel for most commuters in Canada. Around 75% of commuters travel by car. Public transit use varies by city but continues to grow as populations increase and urban infrastructure expands. Closing. Proud and knowledgeable friends, Canada's transportation system is vast, diverse, and vital. Roads, railways, buses, air travel, and marine systems all work together to move people and goods across this enormous land. This is not just infrastructure, It is the pathway of Canadian life. It links families, supports business, connects communities, and propels the nation forward. To understand Canada deeply is to understand how its people and goods move from one place to another. Thank you.